I'm sure all of us at one point in time has at least seen an angry parent or raging child compilation of parents destroying kids or teenagers' stuff, most commonly gaming consoles or any other forms of entertainment. I'm also sure you heard of the big dogs of raging videos, such as the Angry Grandpa Show, McJuggernuggets, and much more. However, there's one channel that was thought to have been forgotten, but made a big comeback, and that channel is no other than Violet First. That's right, people, we'll be covering the channel Violet First, a channel that went from filming family moments to raging videos. So without further ado, let's bring in our contenders. At this point you're probably wondering, well, who's gonna fight in the video? Well, I've gathered up two opponents that may surprise you. Our first contender is Bill, the father of William, who occasionally fights with his son and mostly calls him a jerk. And then we have the second contender, Andy, who is the cousin of William, and for the most part gets into altercations with William. Now, given the fact that Bill has recently lost weight, which good on him for that, I'm going to use Prime Bill as I think he'll have a better chance at defeating Andy. And we'll just use regular Andy, as he hasn't made a comeback yet. Hopefully he does sometime later down the line. And one more thing I'll mention, I know, but just hang on. Rather than doing a usual comparison in these battles, instead, I'll be power scaling for the first time by using the usual categories like strength, speed, etc. Hopefully you guys know what power scaling is, but for those who don't, it's basically scaling characters' accomplishments of their strength, or also known as feats. Alright, let's actually get into it. Let's look at our first contender, Bill. Now, here's an issue. In majority of videos, he doesn't do as much besides argue with William, calling people a jerk, or hogging up food for himself, the usual. However, the food in some way or form is the source of his power, which is why he's sometimes seen eating and drinking, specifically beer. Besides his laziness, he does have some feats of strength, such as chainsawing William's door and the internet router. And let's not forget the time he cut down a Christmas tree. So far, his level is at least around human levels of strength, but trust me, it gets better. Bill has been shown to go toe-to-toe with his son William, who is known to have a temper, as well as causing destruction whenever he rages. But these are more than rages, such as destroying anything he doesn't like or gets extremely angry. He also likes burning stuff, breaking windows, TVs, food, cars, and as recent, toilets. However, that's just a typical William thing, as there were a few rare occasions where he's not only shot a TV, but shot Bill in the butt, which I can imagine hurt a lot. Despite this, he was able to heal from this, not only from William, but from Violet twice. You heard that right. In the video Mom Shoots Dad in the Butt, Bill gets Violet mad enough to the point where she grabs a BB rifle and shoots him in the butt. These feats rank his level of durability at around wall levels of durability. Now going back to Bill fighting his son, they would usually get into arguments, but sometimes would get into physical altercations. A few examples is when he fought William over a Whopper from Burger King, destroying a Domino's pizza that had onions and tomatoes, which is kind of gross. Honestly, there's a lot of feats for Bill, so at this point, what's his power level? To be honest, given the fact that there's a lot of cases where he's fought with William, so I will confidently say that his power level is at least around street levels of power, due to the fact that he constantly fights with William, the same son that is capable of destroying. But where does William power scale at? I would say he scales at city levels of power, similar to his dad, but if there's one thing we know, it's that sometimes Dad's strength could be unmatched. Alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about his speed. And, yeah, I'm sorry, Bill can barely run. However, he can technically speed walk, but that doesn't necessarily count as running, due to, well, you know. Anyway, for the most part, he's pretty slow, but that doesn't mean he's gonna hold back his punches. Moving on, it's intelligence. Now to be honest, both Bill and Andy have human intelligence, and, well, really nothing different. Although they have pulled pranks on William, even teaming up against him. Now that we went over Bill, let's move on to our second contender, Andy. Once again, Andy is the cousin of William, and despite not making a recent appearance yet, we're still going to use him from the older videos. Andy is a very interesting character. Weirdly enough, the times where he made appearances in some videos, he's fought with William more physically than Bill, or more obscure, the pool, fighting over pepperonis, marshmallows, a Christmas hat, and just overall ridiculous Oh, pardon my French. Moving on. Honestly, Andy holds his ground for constantly fighting on par with William a lot more. So I will say his power level is between city to town levels of strength. Here we see him using his strength on William as he is shown to hold him down or have him in a locked position. Now for intelligence. Like I said before, they both have human intelligence. However, there's one clip of Andy where he tricked William into breaking his own phone after revealing that his phone was charging the whole time. So this counts as a feat of human intelligence. Next is speed. Given that Andy is a bit more fit to run, I can see him having speed as an advantage over Bill, which I can say his speed is around human levels, maybe even athletic levels of speed. Now that we've gotten those things out of the way, who will win? Collecting the data, I can conclude that the fight is very close, but our winner is Bill. Now I know what you're probably thinking, how is this possible? Well, Bill has two advantages, strength and weight. Believe me, I know it sounds ridiculous, but with these two qualities, there's a chance that Bill can have the advantage over Andy. But I can also see Andy possibly tiring out Bill with his speed or strength. But I think Bill could possibly win this fight. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do Bill or Andy have a chance? Let me know. Also, I apologize for this video to be pretty short. Also, April Fool!